doesn't change if you hear the news of the big banana cousin Thomas lose. Him leave it on the tree, ready to cut. Come in the morning to reap it, but thief gone with it long, long time. What a shame. Thief gone with it long, long time. What a shame.
It is near dawn, and the farmers of New Grove are still sound asleep. But Slippery Sam, the praedial thief, is at large, prowling in Farmer Thomas's farm. Sam is extremely afraid, shuddering and trembling at the sight of his own shadow. A sound, and he springs to attention. That stupid animal, I should have known better, he mutters to himself, as he pursues his mean and worthless course of robbing the results of the toil and sweat of an honest man. He knows that the farmer by himself is helpless, and that after a hard day's toil he must rest all night, leaving his farm unprotected and at the mercy of the praedial thief. Sam searches anxiously. He will not be satisfied until he finds the largest and best stem ready for market. How he smiles with satisfaction as he prepares to rob one of Thomas's loveliest stems of bananas. What is his joy is the farmer's sorrow. He has deprived an entire family of the only means of meeting the demands of another day. His best stem of bananas stolen, Farmer Thomas can think only of revenge. This thief must be brought to justice, he cries. With yam growers, it is even worse, for they often face total loss. They are disheartened and frustrated. Like many others, they are cheated of their only means of support for themselves and their families. Their sorrow is still greater when they see that their entire field is destroyed. In complete hopelessness and desperation, she offers a fervent prayer for deliverance from the menace which is threatening their very existence. The cocoa planter is having his share of the trouble too. The quick and easy sale of the pods makes cocoa stealing a flourishing business. Like the yam grower, he faces total loss, for not only are his crops stolen, but the trees are damaged. He is hopelessly confused, for he knows that should praedial larceny continue, his efforts at progress are bound to fail, and that all farmers in time will be reduced to poverty. I am determined to fight back, he declares. I will never rest, never yield, until all praedial thieves are brought to justice. That very week at the New Grove Agricultural Society branch meeting, the theme is, Let's Stop the Praedial Thief. Farmer Thomas moves a special resolution that New Grove be declared an area where the praedial larceny law should operate. The resolution receives strong support from Farmer Jones, who tells of his recent losses. And from Farmer Allen, who calls for farmers to unite for the purpose of taking drastic action. The President puts the motion amidst tense feelings of enthusiasm and interest in this important topic. Determination is clearly written on every face. Never was there a greater display of sincerity and unity of purpose. All voted solidly for the resolution. The President will forward the resolution for approval to the branches associated, and at the next meeting of the branches associated, the resolution is placed before the House. The popularity and success of the new law encourages the members as they anxiously await the opportunity of extending its powers to more and more farmers. And so, as the President puts the resolution, the farmers respond with unanimous approval. The President records his signature, and it is forwarded to the Minister for Agriculture for further action. The minister to whom the resolution goes for final approval is determined to have all farmers protected against the menace of the praedial thief. His assent is given, and New Grove is declared an area where the law should operate. Another step has been made in stamping out this menace in our fair land. The branch submits names to an appointing authority for the selection of not more than 11 and not less than 5 for the district committee. This authority is composed of the custos, the resident magistrate, and the senior police officer. Every man is given special consideration as to his integrity, and 11 are selected. The custos calls a first meeting of the community committee for the main purpose of selecting a chairman. Farmer Sims, a great communal worker and organizer, is unanimously elected. He is a man who possesses a good reputation and has the will and determination to fight praedial larceny, the farmer's greatest enemy. Fully realizing the great responsibility attached to his position, he promises to give the organization full support. The other farmers are pleased at his decision and pledge to give him their cooperation. They then begin discussing plans for future action. The committee submits a list of names to the chief police officer for the selection of patrolmen, and from this list, 6 are selected. On receiving the police officer's report, the chairman launches a campaign to solicit popular support, as well as to educate the people on all aspects of the law. He impresses upon them the need for a continuous watch for praedial thieves and their accomplices, and to be willing to give information that will lead to their conviction. The crowd is agreeable and willing to give their fullest cooperation. But Slippery Sam and his friends are against it. The chairman is not downhearted. He pleads with the farmers to stick together, and in response, the farmers promise their full support. The jeers and taunts that are hurled against him serve only to build up the farmers' morale. Investiture begins, and the patrolmen are tense and alert as they receive the emblems of authority. grim evidence of the farmer's determination to wipe out praedial larceny. Chairman Sims has a special word of cheer and encouragement for each of his patrolmen, for on them rests the great responsibility of exercising the powers that the law has put into their hands. The farmers cheer wildly at the sight of these symbols of the law, for they know that the war is on. Praedial larceny must be defeated. Sam and his two accomplices become more serious as they realize the wholehearted support which the farmers are throwing into the campaign. Little do the farmers know that the defiance of Sam and his gang is but a cloak to hide their growing fear. They know that should the farmers succeed, their dishonest practices would be at an end. In spite of all their efforts to interrupt the ceremony, the investiture is completed. With a united front against their greatest enemy, their motto is, "Let's stop them." Enthusiasm increases. Posters and pamphlets are distributed. The hecklers are desperate. Jeers are hurled at the patrolmen. "They can't hurt a fly," exclaims Sam. But men like him lack the courage to control their evil ways. Posters and placards are put up everywhere. They are fastened to vehicles. They are posted on walls of shops and public buildings. They are distributed from hand to hand. There are advertisements in the newspapers, and they broadcast by the governor.
You know better than I do how grave the praedial larceny situation is. I say that there is no more important agricultural problem. If we cannot stop it, all our other efforts in the direction of improvement of agriculture are like pouring water into a bucket with holes in the bottom. It will be no use talking about increased agricultural production if the farmer cannot expect to reap what he sows.
But Sam underestimates the combined and organized power of the farmers. Their plans mean nothing to him. He is certain that the fight against praedial larceny is bound to fail, and so he will disregard the efforts of the farmers. He goes out again to pay Farmer Thomas another visit. But things are different now. Farmer Thomas and the patrolman are on the lookout.